Hello everyone, welcome back. Because of robo-cabs, Tesla could be worth 90% more by 2029. Not only will self-driving cars change how we get around, but they will also make driving safer and make Tesla a lot of money, which is great for owners. The launch of robo-taxis is not based on the production of Tesla's next-generation car. However, Tesla can also turn its current fleet of cars into robo-taxis. The next generation vehicle could be used for the robo-taxi base. In the next 1 to 2 years, this change could happen. Robotaxis are already out there, and Tesla might be the first company to use this technology on a large scale. Director of Investment Analysis and Institutional Strategies at ARK Invest, Tasha Keny, made a bold statement that any investor or Tesla fan would be excited about. She thinks that Tesla's stock will not only go up, but through the roof by 2029. This show goes into great detail about the possible causes of this meteoric rise, especially Tesla's groundbreaking robo-taxi project. We'll look at an in-depth study from RK that explains how Tesla plans to change its business model from selling electric cars to dominating the market for robo-taxis. This change could completely change how people get around cities and open up huge new income streams for Tesla, which would have a huge effect on the value of the company. Let's break down the details of ARK's prediction, talk about the technological and legal problems Tesla might face, and think about what this all means for the global auto industry as a whole. Watch this space as we break down these exciting new developments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay up to date on everything Tesla. In a recent interview, ARK Invest's Tasha Keny talked about their most recent research and said that they think Tesla's stock could reach $2,600 by 2029. In his speech, Keny talked about Tesla's big plan to turn all of its cars, even rented ones, into robo-taxis within the next year or two. Even though competitors in China are making fast progress in self-driving technology, Tesla is set to grow its robo-taxi services around the world. Keny says that robo-taxis will be responsible for about 90% of Tesla's expected future value. This is because they will change their business plan from one-time sales to a more profitable recurring revenue stream with good margins. She says that this change will not only change the way people travel by making it safer, but it will also make Tesla and its owners a lot of money. Keny made it clear that the rollout of robo-taxis is not dependent on the next generation of cars when they talked about the effects of changes in manufacturing. She said that Tesla plans to use its current fleet, which includes models that are coming off rentals, to help start the robo-taxi network soon, maybe in the next couple of years. It's interesting to hear these kinds of claims, especially when they go against what people say. Tesla has changed its approach. When having these kinds of conversations, it's important to be skeptical and make sure you've done your research before making claims. Anyway, let's listen to what Tasha has to say about Tesla's future in robo-cabs. Even though there were misunderstandings, Tasha Keny from ARK Invest gave a thorough analysis of Tesla's financial outlook and emphasized a bold prediction. Tesla's shares could reach as high as $2,600 by 2029. This prediction comes from the fact that self-driving cars will completely change how people get around. Keny went on to say that this change could drastically lower costs, change the way cities work, and even change how people live, which could make garages unnecessary. Because robo-cabs are so convenient, people might not need to buy car insurance or have their cars maintained regularly. This would have a huge impact on the economy. ARK Invest study was praised by Elon Musk at the annual shareholder meeting as one of the most accurate and trustworthy sources for figuring out how much Tesla will be worth in the future. He specifically mentioned ARK's bullish scenario, which says that Tesla stock could go through the roof and reach $3,100. This endorsement is important because it shows a strong agreement with ARK's view of Tesla's growth prospects. ARK's predictions are based on how Tesla's robo-cab service will change things, which is a big new idea that could start being used on the roads for real as early as 2025. ARK Invest thinks there is a 60% chance that this rollout will start within the next few years. This shows that they have a lot of faith in Tesla's technology progress and market strategy. This service could completely change how people get around cities, making it unnecessary for people to own their own cars and possibly even taking over the ride sharing market. This positive prediction also takes into account a number of factors, such as improvements in technology, government approvals, and the readiness of the market for self driving cars. People think that the robo-taxi service could be very important for Tesla's revenue growth because it offers high margin, recurring income from a fleet based business plan. This would not only help Tesla make more money, but it would also make it even stronger as a leader in both the car and tech industries. Elon Musk's support not only gives investors more faith, but it also shows that Tesla's strategic goals and ARK's analytical views are very similar. Now that we're talking about how this technology will be used in real life, there is a timeline to think about. Some people might wonder how quickly these new ideas need to be put into use in order to meet the 2029 goal. The schedule shows that the deployment will happen quickly, as important goals have already been reached and more are planned to happen soon. For example, Tesla is about to show off its RoboCab model and make its full self-driving software available to more people. These are both very important steps towards this future. Let's also talk about what this means for the auto business as a whole. As Tesla moves towards a business model where cars are seen less as goods and more as parts of a service-oriented fleet, this could mean a change in how cars are sold, with more emphasis on selling to fleets instead of individuals. Even though the speed may seem fast, it's clear that Tesla is carefully laying the groundwork for a future where self-driving, service-based cars are the norm. This plan could not only change the way we get around, but it could also change how much it costs to use both public and private travel. While talking to robo-taxis, Tasha Keny also shared her thoughts on Tesla's possible business plan. She said that Tesla could charge more per mile than services like Uber because it owns the network and has better cost structures. We think Tesla would take a cut of the per-mile revenue in the same way that Uber does now, she said, but we think they could take a bigger cut because their costs are better overall. For the first few years, we think that 50% of all miles driven will go to robo-cabs if Tesla fully owns and runs the network and charges prices similar to Uber and Lyft. That's where all the money will be, so it's important to start scaling early. This approach could make a lot of money in the beginning when 50% of all miles driven are likely to be by robo-taxis. This shows how important it is to start growing quickly. In response to a comment about China's progress in self-driving cars, the discussion made it clear that, despite what some people think, all of China's big efforts in the field have consistently recognized Tesla and Elon Musk as leaders. People who wrote the commentary said that the media often tries to make headlines that are shocking without really knowing how electric vehicles, EVs, and self-driving cars work. More talk brought up the difference between how people think about technology and how it really works. Many people are still confused about the idea of electric vehicles, EVs, but the people working on Tesla see it as a solved matter, similar to the old debate about how smoking affects health. They say that the real conversation is about autonomy, which is an idea that many people still don't fully understand. People who were skeptical before trying Tesla's full self-driving SSD software were persuaded after using it themselves. This shows how direct experience with technology can drastically alter one's views. Even though there is still doubt, these stories show that people who use technology every day are often the biggest fans of it. It was pointed out that Tesla's RoboCab service could become the most popular way to do business by 2029. Robo-taxi services could make up 88% of Tesla's business, which would be a lot more than the money the company makes from electric cars now. This change shows that Tesla is making a big change to how it does business, because self-driving cars could make standard car sales much smaller. A big part of this talk was about how accurate ARK Invest's predictions and analyses are. Some people